Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a tarot oracle reading, and this is a bonus reading for the full moon on July 29th. Taurus, you are the star of this astrological insight. This is a new spread that I'm doing, so let's check it out. We've got, for the underlying energy, we do have the 10 of Cups. So this is saying that there is a promise of all these 10 cups coming into your life. It's saying, you know, this is talking about ultimate fulfillment in a perfectly imperfect world. This could be the calm after the storm, after going through hardship of some sort. This is a promise that can be coming to you where, you know, the cups in tarot represent love, and quite often it is romantic, but it can be love of anyone or anything, and it can even be love of what you love to do or what you love to be. So this energy is talking about, you know, you love your partner and they love you, and you love your children and they love you, and you live in the neighborhood that you love to be in a country that you love to be in, and your career is going very well, and you really, really love your clients and your peers. It's that type of energy. You're living a lovely life. And this is after going through some sort of hardships. This is, you know, the rainbow comes after the storm. And we have in the full moon coming up is in the sign of Aquarius. And opposing that energy across the wheel, whenever there's a full moon, the full moon in this case is in Aquarius, and opposing that would be directly across from the horoscope wheel is the sign of Leo. So there's quite often conflict between the sun and the moon that needs to be worked out or is the main theme of the full moon for this at this time. And so I'm going to address the energy of the Leo energy that's opposing this energy, and the Aquarius in the top three cards here, and then we'll look at what the moon is saying. So this is what the sun is saying, this is what the moon is saying. Now, Aquarius and Leo do have some commonalities. Both are very individualistic signs. The main difference is that Leo is like a natural-born leader energy, and the sun, it's in the sun at this time of this Aquarius full moon. And so the Leo energy is about being natural-born leaders. The thing is about Leos, they have a tendency to mature a little bit later in life and be able to embrace that energy. And so sometimes that it can come off as being very arrogant if they lack confidence. And so we have this energy here of you being in the wounded warrior energy. So the wounded warrior is talking about someone who's staying on their divine path, doing their best to do things the correct way. The wands do represent the element of fire, and it's talking about this is talking about, you know, taking action. The wands are made of wood because wood is fuels the fire, and it represents passionate action. You've managed to land 8 of the wands, and a 9th one you're about to plant here. And so there's only 10, just as there's 10 here. So this is talking about, you know, you've managed to plant 8 of them already. These are actions that then grow into the fruits of your labor, whether that be positive or negative. And this is talking about you're leaning hard on the 9th one. It's close to your heart. You do have a bandage around your head. You might have a headache from all the troubles you've gone through, but congratulations, because you've managed to stand in your power and land 8 of these, and pretty close to planting this 9th one. And then we have, look at this, we have the 9 of Cups as well. So this is talking about, at this time, this is saying like you only need 1 more cup and your energy would be totally fulfilled. You could be, it wouldn't be unusual for the opposing like Leo energy to be a public figure, someone that is in the public eye, in a leadership role of some sort. This can represent, you know, this person, it looks like they're on stage, and we have 9 cups here, and 1 more would give this ultimate fulfillment or the promise thereof. So you can see this individual is on the stage, but we can't tell if those cups are behind him in the past, or these 9 cups are here in the present, or if they're in the near future, depending on where they are, ahead of him, on top, or behind. And this is talking about him being a little bit incongruent in his energy, maybe losing a bit of focus because of being really tired. And we have this energy of leaking energy from the base chakra. So that's, you know, about your survival in the world and the fittest. Now, the audience doesn't know that this person is off focus because they're usually, you know, in the winner's circle. And they are an accomplished, this is someone who's been very successful. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that this person is on stage. This could be representing the energy of someone who works for public office or is in the public eye on a, you know, on a platform somewhere. But this could be a speaker, an entertainer, you know, like an actor, actress, singer, whatever that entails. This is talking about a little off focus right now in the lower body, but in the top, it's talking about like he's got his arms in the shape of infinity symbol, saying that he knows that he can, you know, get through this, but he recognizes that he needs to finish, like he needs to stay focused. Many a race is lost in the last lap, and so this is saying, even though you're tired, stay focused, don't get taken off your path, and don't get all distracted, because you are very, very close to receiving that 10th cup and that 10th wand as well. Awesome. And look at that, will change your world. The world card is talking that the Fool starts their journey at the 0 point, and it is something that this is saying you've accomplished something very successfully. And there's not anything more that you can learn from this type of energy, and it's time to move forward into another cycle using what you've learned here to have an even better life, is what this is saying. So this is really, really good energy. You know, the Leo energy is intensely proud, and, you know, as I said, they're individual, but the Aquarius energy is also an individual energy and has that aspect to it. The main difference is that the Aquarius energy is a little bit more of an energy of considering the team, whereas and what their opinions are, whereas the Leo energy is saying, hey, I'm the leader, just listen to me, we're doing it my way or the highway. And if they're a little immature about it, it can be annoying and a little bit counterproductive. So going into this Aquarius energy, we have a gift coming in of a passion for new discovery. So this is talking about really being happy to move into, having a totally new outlook maybe. This energy, this full moon is really giving you that energy. Now the full moon is on the 29th, but we generally will feel that energy coming in about 3 days before, and then it'll linger for about 3 days after. So it's talking about this passion for new discovery after accomplishing something that you've been working on. You're tired from doing it, but this gives you another, okay, I'm going to go after. There's only one more cup to go and one more wand to plant. And then this cycle is over and it's time to start a passionate new beginning. Now we have the Hangman. And so the Hangman, you may have been in this energy for some time and kind of feel like you're stuck a little in it and tired of it. And so this is like, excuse me. Did I scare you, Stella? Sorry, my cat's on my lap here, and I scared her with my sneeze. Are you complaining? So you're wrecking my. She's got happy feet right now. She's sitting on my lap and she's purring. I don't know if you can hear her. I've got a noise canceling mic on. I'm sorry, I took you out of your zone. All right, so the Hangman is hanging there, and this is about taking action. after they've looked at something from every angle and ready to proceed. And so like this full moon energy can be really beneficial for you, Taurus, because it's, you know, your energy is about the pentacle energy, wanting to move forward in your life, creating the lifestyle that you want to live. And Taurus energy really wants to have that surety in their pentacle energy, knowing that their finances are in order. And, you know, so far we don't have any pentacle energy in the reading. So I feel like this is saying that a lot of the energy that you're dealing with is coming from outside of you and you don't really have control over it. I mean, that can be the economy in the world, that could be the people that are around you, that type of thing. But you've hung in there, and that's one quality the Taurus energy has for sure is you can be, some people call it stubborn, but I like to call it determined. And so, you know, it's the second sign in the zodiac. So this energy is talking about, you know, like if you consider the Aries energy as the first sign being like the infant, you would be the toddler. Very curious about life and passionate about the people around you, and you have a lot of love to share. But if you're asked to, you know, share something that you don't want to share that you believe to be your own, you are not going to be that enthusiastic about doing so. You know, if you've seen toddlers have those meltdowns at the checkouts, where they put all the candy at the, you know, at the end of the, you know, at the till. And all these poor kids just have a total meltdown and their parents are like, ah. And so, you know, when Taurus has a meltdown, it can be like a bull in a china shop. So this is saying, hang in there. The energy is shifting. And like this does represent an energy of kind of being in a stormy energy. And this is the reward for being able to move forward in a new way and be really passionate about what's going on. Really good energy. And then, yeah, look at, we have the Two of Wands here. So this is talking about feeling like you really did manage to accomplish this. This is awesome to see. So this is that last wand, I feel, that you made it to the Ten of Wands. You know, this one being handed to you here. And, you know, this is saying now that you have been very successful planting whatever it is you wanted to get done. And quite often this card reminds me of an entrepreneur energy. It's like when you are successful and you've got the world in your hands, but you realize, hey, I'm from a pretty small center. Maybe there's only like 5,000 people in your village. And you're thinking, you know, you're feeling like a big fish in a little pond and you want to expand your horizons and move forward. You've been really diligently working at whatever this is. And it feels at times like the energy's stuck and you're never going to get there. But clearly here, it's saying that you do. And that you're going to have new energy infused in you when this happens. This quite often reminds me of an entrepreneur that has been very successful in planting one business and maybe wants to franchise. Or it can be the energy of, you know, actually wanting to change location. This can talk about communication from overseas with the water in between, saying that you're collaborating with others now and maybe taking your business more global. Sometimes this can also represent being in a position where you have everything that you want already in a business like that. But the one area maybe you're stuck is having that cup of love, that 10th cup of love that is that special someone to share it with. And this is saying that, you know, maybe you are ready now to put your energy into that and to finding someone that you've been busy working and now you're ready to find that special someone to share your success with. So it could be both, it could be one or the other, but definitely this is really good energy coming in with this full moon. I'm going to clarify this with my oracle cards for those that want further clarification. If you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy. You're much appreciated. Your likes and comments also, your subscribes. I'm very honored when you subscribe. And I'm going to clarify now with the underlying energy from the oracle cards. The numbers on these cards represent the paintings in the order that they're in on my website, talesfromthevector.com. This card comes up so often out of my oracle cards. This is talking about a transition. This full moon is bringing some sort of transition into your life if you embrace the energy. It's talking about, challenging your beliefs and motivation for change and improvement, that you're willing to go that extra, take that one extra step, to be able to get that next wand and that next cup of love and have it all kind of energy. And this can create sometimes the conflict can be between your morals and fears, having to overcome that energy. And so it is a good idea, if you're not sure of what action to take at this point, just to take a little bit of time for yourself here. The hangman hangs there from the tree of knowledge until he's hanging upside down because he's wanting to gain a new perspective and look at something from all angles before taking action. So you might be considering making a big move after, around this full moon energy. And it's a good idea, if you're doing so, to really, look at it from all angles like this before taking action. Especially right now, I mean, we're on the tail end of Mercury in retrograde. Mercury is about communication. And it went retrograde on the 29th of June. And in a couple days here, it is going to be going direct again, but it takes a little while for that communication to move forward. It doesn't hurt at all right now to just kind of chill out and take some time to look into, if you're thinking about collaborating with someone overseas, really look into it. Take the time to do your research, and now is a great time to do that. A lot of times too, this energy between Leo and the Aquarius energy can cause all the signs to be kind of in an energy of really looking at, the higher meaning to, what was all this struggle about? Maybe you're feeling a little bit more on a spiritual level. And also this can be like an incentive for you to carry on with your plans, definitely. If you're really here, it looks like you're tired, but when the full moon energy comes in, it's about moving forward, basically letting go of anything else that's holding you back from the plans you made at the new moon. And I feel like you're very close here. And then, but this can bring up a lot of issues of power and control. So just watch that you're not being stubborn with people, or there's a fine line between stubborn and determined sometimes when it comes to the Taurus energy. Yeah, but this is feeling really good. Let's see what else is going on. A major transition happening here. We have Gemini energy. So this is also ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is about that retrograde energy. But I feel like the Gemini energy is coming up because Uranus moved into the sign of Gemini a couple months ago. And bottom line is, Uranus in Gemini wants the truth to come out. So if you've been struggling with something because there's a hidden truth here, this may be that impetus for you to really look into this energy and find the answers that are holding you back from having your ultimate, and it could be a major transition. So Uranus is bottom line wanting the truth to come out. We haven't been in the energy of Uranus in Gemini since 1941 to 1949, and it's coming up here. That was during World War II, so there could be some information that you're not aware of that regarding in your family or around that time frame to do with pentacle energy. Although we don't see any pentacles in your reading here, that's what I feel like. There's some transition happening when you do some research about maybe energy around your family or the people that you're doing business with, etc. If you're moving into an overseas involvement, you want to really look into who are these people and doing your research properly. We have the Cancer energy also coming in here. So this is talking about the moon itself, that energy. This is talking about really feeling and using, not overthinking it so much, but using your intuition to be able to decide, okay, which way are you going to become. You want to be engaged with the information. You don't want to feel like you're being, drowned by it and that you're having to tread water kind of like in this energy. But I do feel like a real shift in energy here. And then we have the Virgo energy coming in, again, talking about communication. So really important that you use your intuition as well as your logic and do your research. And we have 2 signs here. Both of them are talking about Mercury being retrograde and talking about make sure that any communication, information that you have with anyone that you collaborate with is solid. And also it can be looking at your own performance with analytical critique. And I say analytical critique, there's a fine line between analytical critique and anal criticism. So make sure you draw that line. I feel that you've accomplished a lot here. You've been very successful. It's interesting that we have all of these signs coming through. When horoscope signs come in my general collective readings like this, I'm not talking about individual people. So I just want you to be aware of that. I'm not, this isn't talking about individuals for me. That's not my intention. My intention is that we look at what do each of the signs represent, what's their state of being, and each of the signs has their strengths or weaknesses. And we also have, if you ever get your birth chart done, you have all of the signs in there some way. So this is talking about learning from the energy. Each one has their own special qualities, and we can learn from that energy. Now, in your own reading, this could be, yes, Colette, there is a Cancer, there is a Virgo, there is a Gemini. Use your intuition in that. That definitely could be. Having said that, I want you to understand it's not my intention. My intention is just to, on a broader sense, understand what's going on that may be causing these signs to come up. And then we have abuse of power here. So it's talking about some sort of karma, some sort of energy, and that's usually to do with this wounded warrior energy. You could be in a situation where there was people that were working against you and you weren't maybe even necessarily aware of it. And the thing is it's been holding you back, but in a way, it's been good because, it's not good that they're doing it, but it's good for you that you took the time to, maybe the energy being stuck for you was actually a good thing, because Taurus energy, if someone waves that red flag and you're aware of it, you know what happens when a bull sees that. So this is talking, there could have been some abuse of power here of other people. I'm feeling like this is more about business than it is about, your personal life, although the two could be coming together a little bit. But it's kind of someone maybe who's a little bit of jealous of your energy because, they're usually the leader. They want to be the leader. That's that conflicting Leo energy. Whereas you're more, for you, it's more about leading when you need to, but you kind of wish you had someone to lean on that was as smart as you. That's the energy that I'm picking up. And this is indifference. So this is another karmic space coming in. And it's when the people around you are saying, oh yeah, we're all in it together. But in actual fact, some of them may have been, and it doesn't have to be intentional. It could be, or it could be unintentional, that they're making it more difficult for you actually than better for you. So this is talking about people being indifferent to your, they don't care that you're worn out and tired. What they care about is what can they get from this situation. And, that's when people are saying, oh yeah, we're all in it together, but you're the one that's doing all the hard work. That's the energy I'm picking up. And then we have Aries. So this is again talking about that energy of Aries coming in. This is about being and doing. So this could be saying that you've been doing a lot and now you want to just be for a while. You want to have a little, hang back a little bit and, really be able to look into expanding your horizons, but having maybe even taking a vacation, this could be, and going, if you're planning to do business, maybe going there for a vacation, just taking some time off to check out, the area that that the people live in, and enjoy their company and get to know them better before you make a firm commitment. I feel like that could be talking about that type of energy. But this is all really good, Taurus. I do hope you've enjoyed this style of the reading for the full moon. I just feel like it's more specific as to the energy the 3 days leading up and the 3 days after. Generally, that's when we feel it the most. Of course, any decisions we make would be like much, have more influence for a longer period of time. I do hope this has been beneficial for you, and thank you for your time and energy, your likes, comments, and most of all, those subscribes are really helping me build my channel to move forward. And I will be back with another reading for you soon. Bye for now, Taurus.